We are 29 days away from the New York Knicks taking on the Boston Celtics in the 2024 season opener, and we just got some horrible injury news when it comes to Mitchell Robinson. We're going to break that down on today's show, but first, make sure you are subscribed because this is why you subscribe. When the Knicks make a move, when injury news comes out, when anything surrounding the New York Knicks happen, we drop what we're doing and we get you guys a video. So if you love the Knicks and you want to stay up to date, smash that sub button right now. You're watching Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. I appreciate everybody for stopping by as we react to some horrible injury news surrounding Mitchell Robinson. Reports are coming out that Robinson is going to miss the season opener, and he may not be ready to play until January. The worst-case scenario for the Knicks and Mitchell Robinson. This is what Ian Begley said about the injury for the big man. Quote, Knicks center Mitchell Robinson will not be ready for the start of the regular season. Depending on his rehab process, December or January is a target for Robinson's return, per sources. Robinson is recovering from offseason ankle surgery. The Knicks and Robinson do not want to rush the rehab process, and both want Robinson 100% healthy before his return. The New York Knicks internally are confident in the depth and versatility of the team to compete while Robinson is out. The New York Knicks internally confident about Precious Achiuwa, Jericho Sims, and Ariel Hukporti. I know a lie when I see a lie, and they are lying to all of us. This is horrible news. Like, this is the worst news that you could get 29 days from the season opener. Your starting center is going to miss 3 months. He's going to miss all of October, all of November, and he may not be back till December, and it could be 4 months until January. And look, we all knew that this was coming. We've been keeping you guys up to date all summer long that Robinson most likely was going to miss the season opener. But even I did not think it would be until maybe January until he is back. Look, stress injuries are very tricky to deal with, especially when you're 7 feet tall and 280 pounds like Mitchell Robinson is. And then you pair that up with this is the second stress injury that he had on that ankle leg in less than 4 months. Remember back in January or back in December of 2023, he had surgery to come back. Didn't return until late to the year. Then he had his season cut short again in the playoffs because of this injury. He's had 2 surgeries due to stress injuries in the last 12 months. It's awful news, and I'm starting to look around the corner and ask myself, why should we assume Mitchell Robinson's going to come back 100%? How many times have we seen a 7-footer that relies on athleticism, being a big body, have his play fall off because of a stress injury? More importantly, 2 stress injuries. I'm extremely worried about the long-term health and Mitchell Robinson ever returning to the form that he was at the start of 2023, when, in my opinion, he was putting together a type of season that could be in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year. Look, I don't think the New York Knicks woke up today and got a report from a doctor that said he was going to miss time. I think the Knicks have known for a while that Robinson was going to miss the season opener and it was going to be a longer return process. But Mitchell Robinson just on Instagram yesterday says, it's getting to be about that time. Stand on business. No, it's not, brother. It's October. It's not even October. You're going to be out October, November, maybe December, and January. It's not about to be that time. So I don't know if Robinson had hope that there was a physical today and he was going to pass it and it was going to be awesome and he would play. But this type of post tells me that he thought it was right around the corner. He may not play till 2025. Horrible news. He also just put this out on Instagram moments ago. God, I got a lot I want to say, but I'll just leave it your hands. Not everything needs a reaction. Peace out. And he's got song lyrics on those screens saying, look me in my eyes and try to feel my pain. Look, I feel awful for Mitchell Robinson, man. There's nothing more upsetting for a player when their body does not hold up for them. Going through injuries can be very difficult to deal with for professional athletes. And I feel bad for Robinson. But to look at this through a Knicks perspective, looking at this through the perspective of the Knicks front office, it's a hard pill to swallow, but the facts are the facts. Hurt players stay hurt. And at this point, Mitchell Robinson is an injury-prone basketball player. And it would be a surprise to me if he ever plays more than 60 games in a season yet again, because he's only done that one time in the last 4 years. Like, the best way to predict the future is to look at the past. And the past tells me that since 2020, Mitchell Robinson is going to miss a lot of time. 31 games played in 2020, 59 games played in 2022, and 31 games played in 2023. One time in the last 4 years, he's played more than 60 games. The Knicks have to make a move. They know that. They've been scouring the trade market all offseason long. They didn't wake up today with a note from the doctor that said Robinson's going to be out a long time. They have known this. They have been working the phones. I've been told they're trying to go out and make a deal for a center. Are they going to do it? I'm not so sure, because is the right deal going to be available? And according to Ian Begley, the Knicks are confident in the center rotation of Precious Achiuwa, Jericho Sims. I can't even take that serious, because it's not serious. I'll tell you this much to preview and tease the next subject. You don't give OG Anunoby $220 million. You don't name Jalen Brunson the captain. And you don't give 6 first-round picks up for Jericho Sims, Precious Achiuwa, and Ariel Huck-Porty to be your center. But I do want to show Mitchell Robinson some love, because I know that he's battled through a lot. It's been a long, curvy, windy road for him to get to this point. And I feel bad for the big fella, man. I really, really do. Show him some love. Type those 23s down in the comments section. If Mitchell Robinson is going to miss the season opener like it's being projected, and he's going to be out a long time, you're looking at Achiuwa, who's probably going to be your starting center. Maybe you throw Jericho Sims in there, and Achiuwa gets the lion's share of the minutes off the bench. And you got Ariel Huck-Porty. So the 3 centers that are going to be ready to rock and roll on October 22nd against the Boston Celtics, Achiuwa, Sims, and Huck-Porty. Let's talk about Achiuwa here a little bit, and we'll close today's show talking about some trade targets. Look, I like the player that Precious Achiuwa is. I think he's a solid contributor. I think he could be a piece on a winning team. But he's not really a center. He's only 6'8". Like, he doesn't really bring the things that you absolutely want out of a center. But when we did see him have to be thrown into the starting lineup for the New York Knicks last year, he did it 18 times. He played well. And that's going to give me some confidence at least. 13 points, 10 boards, almost 4 offensive rebounds, 2 blocks per game, and 1.1 steals per game. But even if Robinson was healthy, you're still really thin at center, as Precious Achiuwa being the only guy that could be that backup center. And he's 6'8". Look, the Knicks are playing with fire right here. They absolutely are. Leon Rose knows it. This is scary territory for the New York Knicks to be operating in. You don't give OG $220 million. You don't trade 6 first-round picks for Mikal Bridges. You don't go all in like the Knicks did if you do not have a plan at center. And relying on Mitchell Robinson to be healthy is not a plan. The Knicks have to know that. I think the Knicks know that. They're the smartest, most forward-thinking organization in the association. I believe there's a trick up the sleeve of Leon Rose. Whether that's a trade for a center, whether that's a move to be named at a later date, something is going to happen. Because you don't do this if you're relying on Jericho Sims to be your starting center. And if you are, we've got another discussion that we need to have. If you want the Knicks to make a trade for a center, hit that thumbs up icon. Like the video. Like the video. Because the Giants, the Knicks, they need to make a trade for a center, and it needs to happen ASAP. Coming up next, we got 6 or 7 trade targets to talk about. We'll do an in-depth video on a report that just came in about Isaiah Stewart, the center for the Detroit Pistons. That's in a second, but first I got to tell you guys about our T-shirts that are on sale. Go to chatsports.com/realknicks, chatsports.com/realknicks, and get your Knicks Now Real One T-shirt. You can wear the black one, you can wear the blue one, and if we sell 50 shirts on today's video, producer Smitty, he's going to have to wear one of these Real One T-shirts on opening night when we take on his Boston Celtics. Chatsports.com/realknicks. Where are my real ones at? Be a real one. Support the show. Support the sponsor. That link will be clickable in the comments and description of today's show. Reports are coming out that Isaiah Stewart is a player that the New York Knicks are looking to target in a trade with the news of Mitchell Robinson. Reports are coming out that the Giants are, I've been talking a lot of football today. The Knicks have been scouring the market already for a trade. I'd keep your eyes on Isaiah Stewart. Let's go rapid fire here, talking about some other trade targets. I think Jalen Duren is at the top of the list for the New York Knicks. Mark Berman reported earlier this summer that the Knicks were in talks with the Pistons about a potential trade for Jalen Duren, and I don't mind it at all. The third-year pro has gotten better every single year, and he's a guy that could be the center of the future for this basketball team. He could block shots. He's got some nice offensive touch around the rim, extremely springy, athletic guy, and he's only going to get better and better. I'd keep your eyes on Jalen Duren. Kevon Looney, the Loon Bug, he's one of my favorite players in the league. Extremely high IQ basketball player, brings it on the defensive end, and he crashes the glass. How many times have we seen Looney come down in a playoff game with 14, 15, 16, 17 rebounds? He brought the toughness to those Golden State Warriors teams. I think he's someone that fits this team perfectly. He brings you IQ, brings you defense, and someone that can crash the glass. If you're looking for a veteran that you might be able to trade for, Steven Adams is one that comes to mind for me. Look, I don't love the idea of Steven Adams being my starting center, but I do like him in that spot a little bit more than the depth that the New York Knicks have. Adams didn't play last year because of a knee injury, but when he does play, he's going to get you 10 boards. He's going to protect the rim. He's going to bring you some toughness, and he's got that little back-to-the-basket game where he could throw up that ugly little hook shot. Robert Williams is another player that I am extremely high on, but like Robinson, he's been hurt a lot throughout his career. This is a guy that's been named a second-team all-defense before. He was an integral part of the Boston Celtics when they got to the NBA Finals. He can guard 1 through 5s. He could be a guy in a Tom Thibodeau defense that's the quarterback, and he's leading that side of the ball. He can make big-time plays. He could switch out onto guards. He's extremely versatile, but he's hurt a lot, and that's what's concerning to me. It was Brian Windhorst who connected the Knicks to Robert Williams, so I would keep your eyes on that. Another name we've heard and talked about a lot on this channel is Nick Richards. Maybe that's a name that you revisit at this point with the news to Robinson. Richards is a guy that's starting to play his best basketball. He's gotten better every single year. Last year for Charlotte, he's given you 10 points and 8 boards. He can protect the rim at a solid level. Hasn't really been asked to be anything more than a bench big. I wonder what his production could be on this Knicks team as a starter. I'd keep your eyes on him as well. And the last player that I would like to see the Knicks at least pick up the phone and make a call for is Gogo Batadze. Thing is, Batadze can't be traded until mid-December because he did re-sign with the Orlando Magic. This is a guy I wanted the Knicks to go out and sign in free agency. He's not Isaiah Hartenstein, but he does possess some of those same skills that he does. Rough, rugged, could score the basketball when he has it deep in the post, and he also can sometimes initiate offense with a dribble handoff and a backdoor pass. Not a great passer, but a solid passer for a big man. And with the way that the Magic are stacked at that center position, he could be a trade piece and a trade target for the New York Knicks. Name a center you want the Knicks to trade for. Another guy I could think of is Jonas Valanciunas, but since he left the Pelicans to go to the Wizards, he can't be traded till mid-December. Give me a name of a center you want the Knicks to trade for. And make sure you are following me on social media. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. Same handle, @MarshallGreen_. Hit me up over there, and let's go Knicks.